This is 11 Bronson back here again with the new monthly update collection video. Of course, it's been the month of October, the month of horror, and unfortunately, I'm gonna say up front, I didn't buy a whole lot of horror movies. I wanted to buy a lot more, but I did pick up a few. But other than that, I mostly picked up action movies. Um, it's just the way it worked out, so I'm sorry, not a lot of horror movies in this update. Um, but like I said, there are a few. And I also picked up some other physical media items, so let's dig in and let's have a look at all the stuff I picked up over the month of October. And yeah, let's take a look. Here we go. Anyway, I mentioned that I made some different kind of pickups as well this month, and I sort of started collecting soundtracks again, and I mainly picked up Sylvester Stallone related soundtracks. This is the soundtrack for the 1986 Stallone action classic Cobra. Great movie and a great 80s soundtrack with some great tracks. I've been playing this one to death in my car the past week. Love pretty much every song. This Voice of America song is a great rock tune, 80s rock. Loving on Borrowed Time is a great ballad. Skyline, Skyline, Cobra, and Chase are instrumental soundtracks, and the other one, all the other songs. Angel of the City is a great one. 2 and 1 is a great one. Suave, I actually like that one as well. Great soundtrack for a great movie, and I love playing this one as I commute to work. So here you go, this Sylvester Stallone Cobra soundtrack. Kind of picked a lot of these up in a bundle, and I also have the soundtrack here for Over the Top. Another great soundtrack with some great songs. Winner Takes It All, In This Country, I love these songs. All I Need Is You. Kenny Loggins' Meet Me Halfway is probably my favorite song of the entire soundtrack. Yeah, Sylvester Stallone. I kind of got the idea to pick up some soundtracks because, as you guys know, if you haven't seen it yet, on my channel I did my top 10 Sylvester Stallone movies, and I watched a fair few of them, before I made these decisions on the list. And I wanted to pick up some soundtracks because I watched the movies again. And yeah, but Over the Top, great movie in my opinion. This one was on my top 10, and if you haven't seen it, I recommend checking it out. Yeah, I love this movie, and the soundtrack is really great. So yeah, there you go. And then I picked up the soundtrack for the movie Rocky, Bill Conti score. I mean, what can I say about Rocky and the music? I mean, Gonna Fly Now, it's probably one of the most iconic movie themes in history. Every time I hear any of these Rocky workout tracks, I just want to go hit the gym immediately. I love the Rocky soundtrack. And I love the whole Bill Conti score. I mean, the strings for First Date, the piano score for Adrian's theme and stuff. Alone in the Ring, Final Bell, great emotional tracks for the movie. Going the Distance, of course, during the fight scene. Wow, what a great song. So yeah, the Bill Conti Rocky soundtrack. And I picked up pretty much every Rocky soundtrack. Here is Rocky 2. Probably don't get me wrong, I love the songs in this soundtrack, but probably the most bare bones and disappointing soundtrack in the series. I guess you got Redemption, which is the theme from Rocky 2, which I like. But the Gonna Fly Now version here is it's like a remix type of, it's not the soundtrack version of the movie. It's not the version of the first movie. This is a totally different version. I'm not that big on this version. But Conquest is a great track. Vigil? How do you pronounce this? All of My Life, I didn't really care for that track. Overture, it starts out good, but it gets kind of really a bit too funky for me. Two Kinds of Love is a full a cappella song by Frank Stallone, Sylvester Stallone's brother. and then rounding it off with All of My Life. It's not even 30 minutes, this full soundtrack, which is a bit disappointing, but the tracks on here, for the most part, they are good. So yeah, Rocky 2, and a great sequel, by the way. I love the movie as well. And then we picked up, of course, Rocky 3, which of course, now man, this is one of the best, because this one has Eye of the Tiger, yes, but again, not that much, you know, of content on it. I mean, you got, yeah, sure, you got Eye of the Tiger, Take You Back. I wasn't really that much of a fan of this version of Take You Back by Frank Stallone. Pushin', I think, is a good song though. Yeah, I mean, the only song on here that's pretty much worth anything is Eye of the Tiger and Gonna Fly Now, because you have Conquest, which is the exact same version as Rocky 2, so I do like the Mickey track. Yeah. And then last up for the soundtracks, the best one in my opinion of the Rocky series, Rocky 4, Eye of the Tiger, which is also on this CD. So I think that's why it makes this one the best CD, and this is, by the way, the 30th anniversary edition of the soundtrack, I believe. Guys, look at this track list: Burning Heart, Hearts on Fire, Eye of the Tiger, War, Living in America, the James Brown track, No Easy Way Out. Okay, One Way Street is probably my least favorite track here. Sweetest Victory by Touch, which is not used in the movie. And Training Montage by Vince DiCola, probably my favorite training montage sequence in the whole movie, in the whole series, I should say, accompanied by one of the best tracks. And then the bonus track, Man Against the World, which is like a ballad. Yeah, Rocky 4. I've always said it's the most entertaining Rocky movie, and a huge part of that is because of the soundtrack. So yeah, there you go. Okay, and now we're moving on to the actual movie pickups. And of course, it's the month of Halloween, it's the month of October. So I tried to pick up a few horror movies. In the end, I ended up picking up a few. And here we go, horror pickup. Here is The Exorcist. This is like, I believe, the 30th or 40th anniversary special edition. It's a Dutch Blu-ray edition of William Friedkin's The Exorcist, which you got two versions in this set here: extended director's cut and the original theatrical version. Got a little book in there as well, which I will show you, of course. Yeah, it's the 40th anniversary edition here. And also you got a great deal of special features. I actually have never seen this movie before I picked this up, so, and this one came pretty cheap. And yeah, so you know, this one was a no-brainer for me to pick up. I've never seen it before. I've always heard about it. It's always been on my list, and now I've finally seen it. You know, this quote-unquote the scariest movie ever made, and spoiler alert, I didn't find it that scary at all, but still a good film nonetheless. I will definitely look forward to revisiting this one a few times. And let's take a look at the set. I'm not a big fan of, this is not really the most sturdy of slip box, but it's just simple cardboard. Anyway, this here is the movie. You also get, here's a little book, The Friedkin Connection. We get a letter from director William Friedkin. Feel free to pause and read. And here is the Amaray case with the two cuts of the movie inside. Flip thingy here. Oh yeah, you also have the extended director's cut, you have the theatrical version, and you have a bonus disc. So yeah, this is a pretty good edition of The Exorcist. Great movie, I recommend it. And yeah, I finally came around to watching it, and I'm glad I did. So there you go. Next horror movie is a Lucio Fulci horror movie, City of the Living Dead. put out by Arrow Video. I'm really loving the Italian horror movie and giallo genre, you know. And I'm really getting into Lucio Fulci. I've seen his giallo Don't Torture a Duckling before, and I've seen Zombie 2. I watched that one online on the interweb, and now I've seen this one, and I'm really loving Lucio Fulci. I think I might start to pick up a few of his movies for sure in the months to come, I should say. So here's the disc. Here's some promotional stuff. This is the original cover, the newly commissioned artwork, I should say, right? I've flipped it to this one. I just like this. I mean, Lucio Fulci is known as, you know, it says it even right here on the back, the godfather of gore. I mean, this movie, like I said before, it's not easy to scare me and it's not easy to creep me out, but this scene when she's throwing up her intestines, that kind of grossed me out, I gotta be honest. And that's not an easy job to do, you know, to gross me out, but yeah, that kind of did it. So props to Lucio Fulci for that one. Here we have a giallo movie. I mean, technically not horror, but I'm still gonna include it because, you know, there's always like giallo. It has like elements of horror and mystery and you know, whodunit and murder and stuff. So, I mean, not typical horror, this movie, but it's a very good one. This is What Have You Done to Solange by Massimo Dallamano, with music by Ennio Morricone, rest in peace. Great special features. This is the preferred cover art for me. I have flipped it out. This is, by the way, a dual format edition, the Blu-ray and the DVD. And the newly commissioned artwork that was on there is this one, which I gotta be honest, I didn't mind. I just love like retro poster art type of covers, and I mean, look at this. I mean, look at that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, giallo, it has a lot of nudity, which I like. It has violence, which I like. Yeah, I think I would agree with strong sexualized violence. I mean, a girl getting stabbed in her, you know, lady parts with a knife. Yeah, I think that's sexualized violence. Yeah. Anyway, What Have You Done to Solange? I like this giallo a lot. This is one of the better giallos that I've seen, you know, so far. I would put this one right up with the Dario Argento ones that I've seen. Yeah, What Have You Done, Solange? I like this movie. I recommend this one. And that concludes, unfortunately, my horror or horror-related pickups. I promise I'm gonna get some more horror for you next month. I will pick up a few movies in the horror genre, and I will definitely pick up more Lucio Fulci movies because I really like his stuff now. I did pick up one more spaghetti western. As you guys know, I love spaghetti westerns, and this is the Eli Wallach Franco Nero team up in a spaghetti western comedy, Long Live Your Death, aka Don't Turn the Other Cheek, aka about 20 other titles, as per usual with these spaghetti westerns. But this is a German Blu-ray and DVD edition by Digi Dreams for their Platinum Cult edition lineup, which I have the spaghetti western Compañeros with Franco Nero and Tomas Milian and Jack Palance. And that is also, I also have the German edition by Digi Dreams in the Platinum Cult. And a lot of people say that one doesn't have an English audio. Well, the version that I have has an English audio. So yeah, this is the Amore case. As you can see, it's different cover art. This one was also on here, but again, you have the option to flip it, and I flipped it to this for the MOA. I do kind of like this. I mean, especially seeing Eli Wallach with the noose around his head, really reminiscent of Tuco. Good to Benny, and I love Franco Nero, you know. And as far as spaghetti western comedies go, I think it's no secret to you guys that have been following my channel for a while that I'm not the biggest fan of the spaghetti western comedies. You know, I like them more gritty and tough, and you know, more violent and stuff. As far as the comedies go, it wasn't too bad. You know, it was okay, right? But we do have a booklet right here, and see if I can get it out one-handed, and I think I can. Yes, and you have a little mini poster, I guess. Let's show you guys the booklet. It is written in German, but that's no problem because I speak German myself. However, you know, even if you can't read German, you know, you still got some great pictures, as you can see. Eli Wallach, he's playing a pretty much a Tuco-esque character as well. You know, really reminded me of Tuco. You know, from Good to Benny Ugly. And here you got some, you know, propaganda. You know, the other editions in the Platinum Cult series. A lot of them, they say ausverkauft, which means, you know, sold out in German. Man of War, Dolph Lundgren. Here's this movie. Oh, and here's the Compañeros one. It's sold out, so I was lucky to grab it when I did. And yeah, that is my edition of Compañeros. I have the Platinum Cult one. RoboCop the series. Yeah, it's a nice little booklet. I mean, I'm really starting to become a fan of books. This is Long Live Your Death, aka Don't Turn the Other Cheek. Next up, I picked up a Dolph Lundgren action movie, Dark Angel. This is a German edition put out by NSM Records. Pretty good Dolph Lundgren movie, a bit underrated actually. Directed by Craig R. Baxley, who had a lot to do with the A-Team. I think he was second unit director on a lot of the A-Team episodes. I do recognize his name. I believe he was a stunt guy for the A-Team. I don't know, but he had something big to do with the A-Team. I know that, you know, which is my favorite television series from the 80s. Yeah, pretty good sci-fi action movie, this one, in which aliens come to Earth. You know, Dolph Lundgren is a cop. Yeah, this was a good one. You know, and it's another one added to my Dolph Lundgren collection. There's the Blu-ray disc right there. And I like the cover art as well. Anyway, Dark Angel, and this is also known in America as I Come in Peace, which is the American title for this movie. But Europe and UK, you know, the title is Dark Angel, so there you go. Next up is a Mel Gibson movie, Dragged Across Concrete, which I picked up, and I was expecting a bit more of this movie. I gotta say I was a bit disappointed with this movie. This is the Lionsgate Blu-ray. The trailer, it made it seem like it was a more, you know, fast-paced action movie. This is a long freaking movie, guys. Runtime. Where's the runtime? There it is. 158 minutes. It did not need to be 158 minutes. Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn, they did great. Michael Jai White, for the little part he had in it, he was good. Don Johnson only has one scene in the movie, but you know, he does share the screen in that scene with Mel Gibson, so their one-on-one scene I thought was good. But yeah, I don't know, this movie dragged on. I mean, maybe that's why they put it in the title. This movie made me feel like I was being dragged across concrete watching. I was like halfway through it. I was like, how much longer is this? And I really am not bothered by the length of a movie, but this one just really overstayed its welcome. Maybe I'll change my opinion with a few rewatches, but for now, I'm a bit disappointed with it. Not the biggest fan of it. Some things in there I appreciate, but like I said, it just overstayed its welcome with the running time, and the pace wasn't that good. So yeah, disappointing, because I really love Mel Gibson. No matter what you say about the guy, I don't care what he did in his personal life and stuff. As an actor, I love Mel Gibson. As an action actor, as an action guy, Lethal Weapon, Mad Max. Despite of, I don't care what some of these actors do personally. It doesn't affect their movie roles. Anyway. Next up, I picked up a few Steven Seagal movies. This is the Seagal collection, like little box set from the UK. I actually upgraded some of my favorite Seagal movies to Blu-ray, because these are the best ones. Under Siege 1, Under Siege 2, Hard to Kill, Above the Law, Nico, Executive Decision. These are the movies from the 80s and 90s that he did, which were his best movies for sure. I mean, this doesn't have my favorite in it, Out for Justice. I wish this one would have been included, because you got 3 movies here and you got 2 here. I think they should have added like Out for Justice to it, because then I would have my Seagal 90s collection on Blu-ray complete. Love Above the Law, love the Under Siege movies, love Hard to Kill. Not too crazy about Executive Decision, and this is the first time I own this movie anywhere, so I have seen it. I used to really hate it. Now I don't really mind it that much, because I do really appreciate Kurt Russell in action movies. Yeah, some really great Seagal movies, and these came dirt cheap. I got this one for about 14 euros, I believe, which is a bargain for 5 movies, and 5 great action movies in my opinion, right? I picked up some more Seagal movies. Like I said, I only need Out for Justice to complete my 90s collection Blu-ray, because thanks to Spain, I got the Blu-ray for Fire Down Below, which I think is a really underrated Steven Seagal movie. It's the last great one that he did in my opinion. Spanish Blu-ray, and just like with the True Lies Blu-ray, I know people are gonna say probably this is a bootleg, it's not a real. Guys, you can't fake this. This is real. It's not a purple disc, it's not a bootleg, it's a real. It's just a Blu-ray from Spain. That's all it is. Nothing fake about it. Real Amaray case. Okay, so you don't have any logo by Warner Brothers. Yeah, Warner Brothers doesn't care about Steven Seagal. This movie flopped. This is the biggest flop for Seagal, this movie. You really think they're gonna care enough to put it out on Blu-ray? No. So that doesn't matter. It's still on Blu-ray and still great high definition picture. You got language options, you got subtitle options. Yeah, and okay, yeah, the case and everything is in Spanish, but habla un poquito español, so that doesn't matter. I speak a bit of Spanish, a few words, but that's it. Yeah, Fire Down Below, I love this one. Then I also have On Deadly Ground, again from Spain. This one co-stars Michael Caine, Joe Chung. Actually, great cast in this one. John C. McGinley, Arlie Ermey, Billy Bob Thornton, and directed by Steven Seagal. This one. Always found it funny that Van Damme got Roger Moore to be in his directorial movie, The Quest, and Seagal got Michael Caine. Both of these action guys, they got great British actors to be in their movie. And again, On Deadly Ground, widescreen. I know that the DVD had some problems with switching like between 4, by 3 to 16.9. But this is fully in widescreen, you know, and no frame rate issues or anything. You know, the screen doesn't change, you know, on a scene by scene basis or stuff. So it's a good addition, and it's high definition, and you know, I'm glad I have it. Spain also put out The Glimmer Man on Blu-ray, which I will be getting next month, and then I will just need Out for Justice, which they also have put out on Blu-ray. However, I do know that there is actually an officially, you know, sanctioned, if you will, Warner Brothers version. So we'll see about which version I'm gonna get for Out for Justice, because then I would have all of my favorite Seagal movies, or his best anyway, on Blu-ray. So there you go. And from one action B-movie tough guy to the next, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Of course, I did my top 10. You know, it was my last video that I did before this one, my top 10 Van Damme movies. And of course, it was his birthday, his 60th birthday, so I picked up a few of his movies. This one is AWOL, aka Lionheart. This is the 101 Films edition. Really, really good movie. This one was featured in my top 10. You know, if you haven't seen it, by all means check it out. Great movie, this one. Next up, a Van Damme movie that I did not see before, even though I did own it. I owned the German Blu-ray before this. This is The Bouncer. However, the German Blu-ray, it did not come with English audio, so I just never watched it. And I was like, this one would popped up on Zavi for I believe 5, 6 or 7 euros, and I was like, you know, let's get the UK edition. At least I'm gonna be able to watch it in English and hear Van Damme's, you know, real voice, because I'm not a big fan of the German dubbing. It's to each their own, but even though I do, you know, speak German fluently, I'm just not a fan of watching movies, you know, dubbed in other languages. I really prefer to watch in the original language. So here's The Bouncer, really great gritty movie. If I had seen this one before I compiled my top 10, this one might have had at least an honorable mention. I don't know if it would have made the top 10, but I thought this one was a really good movie. Do recommend this one. Next up, a Van Damme classic, Timecop. There's never enough time to watch this movie about Jean-Claude Van Damme traveling through time to stop the past, to change the future. I don't know, I'm just doing a bad Jean-Claude Van Damme impression. Directed by Peter Hyams, who did Outland with Sean Connery. May he rest in peace. I am filming this on the, what is today actually? It's the 1st of November, yeah. I just heard the tragic news about Sean Connery's passing. May he rest in peace. Yeah, Timecop classic. It wasn't my top 10. I mean, I've said everything I needed to say about the film there. Check this one out, or Van Damme will get you. Next up, I mentioned this one a bit earlier. This is The Quest, also a 101 Films edition with a slipcover. This one he directed it. This one, of course, co-stars Roger Moore, another fallen 007. I mean, a few years ago Roger Moore passed away, and now Sean Connery. I mean, yeah, it just makes you think about mortality, right? It's not gonna last forever, this whole thing. Anyway, I'm going a bit off topic, but this is, again, this one was in my top 10. I actually really love this movie. A lot of people actually give this one like bad reviews and stuff, but I like this movie. It's all personal taste. If you don't like the movie, that's fine, but I do, you know. And this is a great transfer on this Blu-ray disc by 101 Films, by the way. Really, movie never looked better in my opinion. Another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. I decided to check out the Universal Soldier sequels. So I got this one here, Universal Soldier: The Return, Dutch Blu-ray. Michael J. White is in it. actually has special features, which surprised me because not a lot of Van Damme movies come with special features, except if they're done by boutique labels like 101 Films. You know, they had special features on here in the class. But usually Van Damme movies, they don't have a lot of special features. Universal's, I love the first Universal Soldier. I love the first movie. I thought this one was really decent. A lot of people hate this movie. I've seen it has like a score of 2 point something or 3 point something on IMDb. Not that that has to say anything, but yeah, not a lot of people like this movie. I actually thought it was okay. Didn't mind it. I thought it was actually a decent follow-up to the first Universal Soldier, even though I was really missing Dolph Lundgren in here, but yeah, I like this movie, yeah. It's nowhere near the first one, but anyway, then I picked up the next sequel, which is Universal Soldier Regeneration. Decent action sequences in this one. Dolph is back, so it was great to see him. I actually liked the fight between him and Van Damme. Of course, nowhere near their fight in the first movie. But it was okay. I mean, the funny thing is, everybody hates this movie, and this one really didn't do well. This movie acts as if this one doesn't exist. So technically, this is a soft reboot. Even though having said that, I didn't mind the movie. It's not my favorite Van Damme movie by any means. But yeah, I mean, I've never seen the Universal Soldier sequels before. I've seen these now for the first time. And there's one more sequel that I need to check out, which is Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning, which has Scott Adkins in it. I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. Might pick that one up soon. But oh yeah, this one is directed by John Hyams, by the way, who was the son of Peter Hyams, who directed Van Damme and Timecop and Sudden Death. Yeah, passable. I mean, still better than a lot of Steven Seagal straight to DVD movies. I keep saying it. This one went straight to DVD, or yeah, Blu-ray. I still take this one above 90% of Steven Seagal's straight to DVD output. Van Damme just does the better straight to DVD movies, in my opinion. And last up, usually I do DVDs first, but here's a Van Damme movie on DVD. Again, this is a straight to DVD movie. The Shepherd Border Patrol. Really decent straight to DVD movie, this one. This one has Scott Adkins in it. Recommend this one, really do. I thought this one was a really good movie, really good action movie, straight to DVD movie. One of the better straight to DVD Van Damme movies. Anyway, yeah, there you go, The Shepherd Border Patrol. So there you have it. Those were my physical media pickups for this month. Hope you like the CDs, the soundtracks. Hope you like the movies. Again, I'm sorry I didn't buy a lot of horror movies, but as you see, I got a bit distracted with collecting soundtracks, and for the 60th birthday of Van Damme, I got into some of his movies, and then I was like, let's check out some Steven Seagal movies, and then I picked up giallos and spaghetti westerns along the line as well. One giallo, one spaghetti western, but anyway, do hope you all enjoy that. If you do, leave a like and possibly subscribe if I haven't earned a subscription yet. Maybe I've done it with this one. Certainly be appreciated. You know, just hit that little button down there. It's a small click for you, means a lot for me, and it helps. You know, because you can see my videos as soon as I upload them. You get notifications, everything. And you will never miss out anymore. Anyway, stay strong and stay safe and healthy, everyone. I know things are not really looking good here in the Netherlands. We're looking at maybe another a second lockdown. I know in the UK they have now a second lockdown. Stay strong, stay healthy. We're gonna get through this no matter what. But we're not out of the woods yet, so just always be cautious and yeah. Take care, everyone. See you in the next one. So long for now.